again did not see this one, so she's on the shit list right now. 12 pounds down though, but on the
Hey,
shit list.
I told y'all I can watch one movie a week. That
Civil
is my
War, starring Kirsten Dunst. Did you want to see that movie, Laura? Civil War?
no. I
Okay,
heard it
then
was
Carlos and I will
shit.
talk about it. Okay, Carlos and I will talk about it. Civil War is about what you think? Civil War in America. I think the United States is broken into four factions, and you don't know how any of it happened. You don't know. You don't find out at all in the whole entire movie. You don't know why the fuck things are going the way they're going.
No.
It's the president's fault, but you don't know why. Um, so they kind of play it to like if you were, let's say you were a lefty or a right, you can be like, oh, I see, it's their fault. Or you could say it either way because they don't tell you. They don't tell you
I
this.
think that's genius,
Yeah,
truly.
that's
But
yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
well, I don't see it. I didn't see it that way because California and Texas teamed up. So
Well,
those are
I
two
think
totally different, I guess you could say wings. One's on the left, one's on the right.
yeah, but see, that's the thing. What would you put the president just from that regard?
I have no idea. I don't know how he pissed those two different
Exactly. So that's
groups
that's the
off
crazy
so
part.
bad.
Yeah.
And then Florida was trying to get their own deal going too, but they shut that shit down.
Yeah. So the movie's about not, of course, the whole setup is civil war in the United States, but it's really about news. It's about reporters, about two photographers. Is it two photographers, a reporter, and the black guy is a reporter too? Or is he the photographer?
I don't know what he was. Almost like
I don't
he
know
was
what he
just a
was either.
producer.
It
I
could
don't
have
get
been.
it.
And they're trying to
But
get
what's
to
he
the White
producing if there's
House.
no video?
Yeah, I know. That's another thing I thought was funny too. Is the one guy wants to interview the president, but there's no fucking video. I was like, what? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is they want to get to the White House while all this is happening in America to try to interview the president because they have a feeling that the president's about to get eliminated. They're attacking the White House, so they want to get there before it happens so they can try to interview the president so he can get his word out to explain like why this is happening because nobody seems to know. So Carlos, what would you take on Civil War starring Kirsten Dunst and the guy from Parks and Rec? I forgot his name. Offerman. There you go.
Nick
There you go. Nick Offerman played the president.
and the guy who played the reporter is the guy who played oh, Escobar.
Oh yes, the guy who played Pablo Escobar from
That's right.
no, it's called no, it's not
Cartel.
called. Is it called Cartel?
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot
I
now.
don't
I
care.
forgot the name. Narcs. There you go.
Narcos.
Narcos on Netflix. The guy that played
Narcos.
Pablo Escobar. Yes, he's the co-star with
Lost a
Kirsten
lot of
Dunst.
weight.
Yeah, yeah. So what'd you think about the movie?
I liked the movie. It was an interesting story. It was obviously it was more about Kristen Dunst's character, the photographer, and this new photographer, this young 23-year-old who's trying to get in on this, and she kind of takes her under her wing, and then you see the bad that's happening throughout the country, and they're in there taking photos, and I never understood why the press thought they were invincible. They're in all these different situations. Everybody lets them be there. Nobody like just turns them and go, "Who are you?" And then
You know
just,
what? Nobody shoots at them. You notice
pops
that?
them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like
But in
the
real
G.I.
life, that
Joe of the movie.
happens.
Yeah.
There's been
Yeah.
several people in the Middle East, press people who have gotten killed because they're like, "Oh, you're press? Who gives a shit?" Boom, boom. But anyway, but I had a feeling that this 23-year-old photographer was just gonna do something, end up getting in a bad situation. She did it
Oh,
twice,
she was the Phoebe of
and
the movie. Yep. Yep.
she was the Phoebe of the movie.
Which also pissed me off.
And then, yeah, so in the end, it ended up costing Kristen Dunst's character her life because
Spoiler
this
alert.
one
Mhm.
did something stupid to try to get a photo. It wasn't even a spectacular photo, it was just a photo.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
anyway, it was a good watch. I enjoyed it. It kind of kept me intrigued throughout, so I'll give it a 3.5.
Well, 3.5. Okay, there you go.
And
Civil
Kristen
War.
Dunst's husband
Right.
was in it as well.
He's in it. He plays a bad fella.
Yeah,
Or
the
is
guy
he
with
a
the
bad
red
fella?
glasses.
So I don't know. The problem with this movie to me was I didn't know what the hell is going on. Like, why is this happening?
Civil War.
Yeah, yeah.
Civil
Why is the
War.
Civil War happening? Like, they don't.
It was
The photographers don't explain it. The reporter doesn't explain it. Nobody explains a damn thing. And they're just trying to get to the White House. And I was just kind of bored. Like, okay, cool, but I got nothing. Nothing's happening here. And I don't know if they were trying to make this movie to like let's see how people react to this movie. Nobody went to go see it. Like it didn't do all that well. I think they thought it was going to do really well because, the media screams Civil War left and right, like it's going to happen. But I don't. That again, it was okay. I got the problem was you didn't know why any of this was happening. That's the problem with the movie. They could have gave us a 5 minute, uh synopsis at the beginning. I don't anything. Just tell me anything, or have the president speak in the middle of the movie, give a speech, and this is why this is happening, or why you should stop. But they give us nothing. And then at the end, when the guy goes to interview the president, he doesn't give a shit that Kirsten Dunst is dead. He could care less. Stepped over her body like, bitch, I came to
Nobody
do my
seemed to.
job.
Yeah, he
Like,
was like, "Come on, come take that picture. Come take a picture."
uh-huh. And all he said was, Mr. President, what are your last words?
No, he
And then,
didn't. He said, "I need a quote
oh,
from
need a
you."
quote. And then what did he say? He said something like,
He said, "Don't let them kill me." He said, "Good enough."
that's it. That's right. Good enough. And then they shot him. That's right. So I don't know. It was okay. It's 2.5, I guess. It's okay.
But the thing that got me was what are they called? The West Coalition, the Western Coalition.
Yeah, they're the Western Coalition.
Um, if these are the people that are going to run this country after, because it seems that they took over Washington, is everybody's in trouble because they were shooting everybody. It didn't matter if you're armed or unarmed, man, woman, it doesn't matter. They were killing everybody.
That's what I noticed too. Yeah.
I didn't understand why they killed the president. I mean, if they really were looking for something like if he committed some sort of crime, they should have basically arrested him. We won. We took over Washington. We're in charge now. You're going to jail. You're going to stand for your crime.
Or done
But
some sort of mock trial, as often is done.
something, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that or explain again. Was there a dirty bomb? Did something go off? Was he responsible for like, I don't know, over immigration, like people coming across the border and somebody did something like they're the ones that brought a dirty bomb? Like, what the fuck happened in this movie? That's the only problem I had is like, well, I don't get it. Like, okay, there's a civil war. How's Canada doing?
Canada
That's
apparently is doing all right, and their money is worth millions.
it is. Their money's worth a hell of a lot more money. Like, exactly. It's worth a ton of money in this movie. Don't explain to us why though. Again,
But
we
you
don't
say
know.
like that's like my only problem. I mean, that's a core story problem, right?
No, that's
Like
what
if
I'm
you,
saying. That's the thing
yeah,
with the
if
movie.
you don't
Yeah.
understand anyone's motivations, then again, the movie falls flat.
And Kirsten Dunst's character she's like Lois Lane. She's like the all like, the end all be all of photographers. I'm like, who's reading this? Seems like there's no law. If it's lawless, is people still buying papers
Who's
or
printing? Yeah.
who's printing this shit? And if it goes on the internet, I don't think
No, but
anybody
she was
cares.
uploading it though. It's
I
what I
know,
didn't get was
know.
why the little girl
But
had a film camera.
she's not the
A
only
film
one
camera?
at this point. I don't now
Yeah, so she has to develop her film as opposed to Kristen Dunst. She just
2
has
out of
a
5.
SD card.
2 out of 5 now. 2 out
And
of 5.
but here's
Like,
here's the thing though. At the very beginning of the movie, the president is getting ready to make a speech and makes
he
a
is.
speech
He is.
about how they're getting close to victory.
I
It's
know.
almost over. This is it. This is the last, but then
All
all of a sudden
propaganda.
it falls and
Mhm.
he falls and
And they still don't tell us why.
no, like the Secret Service lady who's like, oh, he wants to surrender. He'll surrender to you, but there's some conditions, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, fuck you. And they
They
shoot her.
just shoot her. Yeah.
She's unarmed. Then they just go around just killing everybody who's associated with the president. It didn't matter.
That was
Armed
the
or
dumbest
unarmed.
part too. When they shot like you said, the press
That's
secretary. I was
fucking
like,
war.
I'm
That's
like,
fucking war. I
but
mean,
I'm
if
like,
it
what?
really is a war,
No, but like the press secretary comes out and basically says he'll surrender himself, but he has like some conditions. Boom, shut up, bitch. We just want the president. Okay, well,
I mean,
okay. You don't really
shit.
want the president, like, because you don't
But
want
they,
answers.
it's what's funny is that they treated him almost like Osama.
Yeah,
So they killed him, and then they all just took pictures around him like he was some sort of deer, some sort of trophy, game
yeah.
trophy,
That,
right?
I'll tell you, it's not a. It's I don't know.
Sounds like a lot of hashtag
Yeah, you're right.
commentary.
Now I'm pissed. That's two out of 5.
Well, I think the worst part though is when you go back and think about it. Who gives a shit about Kirsten Dunst's character? Any of those characters, honestly, you don't
Well,
care.
what's funny is that like when they came into that town that had the boutique and they tried on clothes,
Yeah,
and they were like, we're not a part of it. We don't care. And everything was fine.
yeah.
No war, no buildings torn apart, nothing.
Uh-huh.
We're like, whatever. It's not our business.
Yep.
Almost, I mean, if everybody treated it that way, I'd be like, somebody knocks on my door, hey, we're going to war. I'm like, nah,
Not me.
I'm
Sorry.
good.
Yep.
Now, can you bring in my mail? It's right
I'm
there.
watching Brooklyn
I'm
Nine-Nine.
kind of intrigued. I kind of want to watch it now.
You're
You're
gonna
welcome.
watch
We
it
did
and
a
you're gonna
great
go
job.
like, what a
We did a great
shit
job
movie.
reviewing it.
What a
That she wants to
shit
watch
movie.
it.
Like, I know, right? We shit on this movie and like, I want to watch this movie
I
now.
mean, because it does the plot holes that you're mentioning are very wide, but some of the things that you're talking about do seem very much like social commentary
No, it
that I'm
is. That's what the
interested in
movie was made for.
seeing. Yeah.
100%. Like I said, this guy made it to try to get a rile out of people to go watch it. And then again, nobody cared. Like,
But I wish at the end, after they shot the president, they got their stupid picture. They'd go back into the hallway and see how Kristen Dunst was doing.
nobody
Oh, she
cared.
did. Nobody gave a
Nobody
shit.
cared. Not even the girl that kept taking
No.
pictures. You could dumb
Yeah,
little
took a
bitch.
pictures of her dying. Took a
Yeah,
picture of Kristen
literally took a
Dunst's
picture of
character
her dying. Yeah, her protege is like, I'm not protege no mo. Like Robin just pushing Batman
I'm
down the
talking.
stairs.
I
Yeah, she
mean,
should
this
have taken her camera.
definitely
It's a digital
very
camera.
commentary. Nobody gives a
And
shit about anybody.
yeah, and then here's the thing: when the black guy died, that's the only guy I cared about because he seemed to care about everybody else.
Oh, he
He
cared
actually
about the
cared
other
about
people. Yeah,
everybody
what was
else.
his name? Buddy? Is that his name?
I don't know,
I
black
think
guy.
it's
Buddy Christ.
Tolkien. Tolkien. Remember, that's his name. His name is Tolkien in South Park, not Token. Tolkien.
Speaking of South Park, has anybody seen the new movie?
Hell yes, I saw the
Yes.
Ozempic
I
special.
haven't seen it yet. I told my husband to
That's for
download it. I
you.
want to watch
That's for
it. Yeah.
you. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Ozempic special.